Yo, what is going on, everybody? Hey, this is your boy JC from JC Eagles Talk, and tonight I have with me, a New York Giant content creator, and we about to break down this game to the T. So, without further ado, please introduce yourself and just let them know a little bit about you.
Yeah, sure, man. Hey, this is Mike. I have a podcast called Only a Giant, and big Eli Manning supporter, which maybe I should admit. I don't know, but that's kind of where I came up with the name of the giant of the podcast here. And yeah, man, just a big football fan, big Giants fan. But I love football in general, so I love talking about all teams, all sports. College football, NFL, all that stuff. So hey, yeah, man. Thanks
All
for
right,
having me.
so hey, no problem. So, who's your college football team? Penn
Well, I
State?
live. No. I live in Syracuse, New York. I don't know if you're
Okay.
familiar with Syracuse, but
Oh,
big
McNabb, man. McNabb came
yeah,
from Syracuse. So
yeah.
how the hell you not a Eagles fan?
That was a painful time when the Eagles drafted him, but always supported Donovan McNabb, even with the Eagles. Never wished the Eagles to win, but I always liked Donovan McNabb and couldn't hate on him too much with the Eagles.
Yeah. I mean, facts. Look. I love McNabb. Ever since he came out of Syracuse, I mean, he was booed at the draft.
Yes, he
I
was.
mean, but hey, he grew out of it, and right now, in my opinion, he is the best quarterback in Eagles franchise history. I mean,
He
that's
might
just
be,
my
yeah.
opinion. You know what I mean? Hey, he got the numbers to back it up. Yes, Nick Foles got the Super Bowl, and Carson Wentz, he got the touchdowns, and he kind of brought him to the Super Bowl, and Nick Foles finished it. But McNabb, like he was that guy. Like the NFC East, the last time that any opponent in the NFC East won back-to-back titles, 03, 04, the
Wow.
Philadelphia Eagles. Like
He
that's
made he
how
made
it's
everyone
been.
good too. He made
It's
everyone on that offense good. Freddie
it,
Mitchell,
who who
Freddie Mitchell.
who
I probably can't remember
exactly.
many
You know
other
what I mean?
and many of the
Like
other old the
Jim
older guys.
Thrash, Greg
Yep.
Lewis. I
hmm
mean, like he had those guys like would never start on no other team. Like
hmm
they'll literally be like the fourth and fifth wide receivers on that team. But McNabb had to deal with that adversity. Andy Reid loved to throw the ball, but he never had the type of receivers to throw the ball to until 2004. T.O. came along. The one
Yeah.
time he had an elite wide receiver, he went to the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like we could have went to
That-
multiple Super Bowls if they could just only get along.
yeah.
You
That was a
know?
tough Super Bowl for me. I didn't know who to root for. It pains me a little bit to admit it, but I was rooting for the Eagles for that Super Bowl.
Facts. Yeah. Hey. Oh, come on now. Hey, anybody that cheer for the Patriots, come on. Hey, look. The only people that cheer for the Patriots are Patriots fans.
Yep.
That's it.
No one else.
No one else cheers for Patriots unless they are playing the Dallas Cowboys. I would never cheer for the Dallas Cowboys. I can't.
No.
I
No.
can never see myself even saying, go. See, like it won't come out. Go.
Can you say
See?
go Giants?
Yeah. Oh, shoot. I was in Korea in 2007 when y'all won y'all first Super Bowl. I had to wake
Okay.
up. Like I had to wake up a little bit early, the time difference and stuff like that to watch that Super Bowl. And I'm telling you, like I was like having a blast, undefeated, you know, David
19-1.
versus Goliath. Like,
Yep.
what I mean? David versus Goliath. Y'all snuck in there at 9-7. Y'all
100%.
snuck in
Yep.
there at 9-7 as a wild card, went on the road, literally became one of the first teams that actually went on the road 3 times and won every game. I think y'all beat the Packers the last one.
Yep.
I think y'all beat the Bucks and
Tampa was the
if
first one.
I'm
Yep.
Tampa, Dallas,
Yep.
and the Packers.
Green Bay Packers. Yep.
Yeah. So look, trust me. So I know, and I was like, let's go, Giants, let's go. But I can never say, let's go. Who?
Yeah.
Nah, man, because
I
those
don't care how many
fans,
times if the Cowboys ever make it to the Super Bowl, won't be rooting for them.
yeah, those Cowboys fans are the most obnoxious fans in the world. Like, I mean, there are like if you look at the last time that they reached an NFC Championship game, or um, they are with the Detroit Lions, with the three other sorry teams. It's been that long
Yeah.
since they've been irrelevant, and it's still every day they do this. They do this. Five.
Chirp,
We
chirp,
got
chirp,
five.
chirp, chirp.
We got
Yep.
five. We got five. Five what? Five
1998.
dusty, crusty, spider
Yep.
web looking trophies. Yeah. But look, enough of that. Hey, this is about Eagles versus Giants. So let's get into it. All right. So look. All right, the injury report. This is the Philadelphia Eagles injury report. A couple of DNPs. My biggest concern is Darius Slay, because he did suffer a concussion against the Saints. He did leave like early in the third quarter, but I saw him in the locker room after a post game, laughing and smiling. So I'm pretty sure he's going to clear that. But that's something that's kind of concerning, because he's that dude. He's our lockdown corner. I mean, he's in my opinion in the runnings for defense player of the year, along with Michael Parsons, of course, from the Cowboys. But those two dudes in the NFC East just stand out. But Darius Slay, he literally had 3 touchdown returns, like 2 pick six, a fumble return for a touchdown. I mean, he's shutting down guys, and we need him either to go against Tony or Galladay. So we need
Is he
him
more
to
of a
cover.
slot guy, or is he outside?
Nah, he's outside. He's definitely
Yeah.
outside. And the thing is, he don't travel. So he's outside. So whichever side, I guess the best receiver on, he might just be there the whole time. But usually
a lot.
Well, yeah, he usually he played the left corner, like the left side. Yeah, because if y'all on offense, he's on defense. He's always on the left side. So his 2 pick sixes just came on the left side. So he plays the left side. So I'm hoping that he could shut down Galladay, because all right, we're gonna get into it. But yes, so this is it. So what could you tell me about the Giants injuries, if any?
Yeah, I mean, Kadarius Toney didn't practice today. I think he's limited at the time being right now. A little up in the air with him. I'm not sure if he's going to play. If I had to guess right now, I think he would. Saquon was limited as well. I think that's more of just kind of still recovering a little bit from the injury. Shep's still out from everything I'm seeing. He's likely going to be out. Kyle Rudolph's hurt. Adoree Jackson's questionable. I mean, it's kind of a mess right now, man.
All right, look, all those to me is good news for me. You know what I mean? Yeah, like I don't wish no injury on nobody, but hey, the less weapons y'all had, the better I feel. You know what I mean? The better chance the Philadelphia Eagles have, regardless. See, that's one thing that I keep bringing up. Throw the records out the window. Just throw them out, because exactly, it's NFC East football. Regardless if you 0-15, 0-10, and the other team is like 10-4, 10-5. Look, they're trying to ruin your freaking playoff hopes, or they're just going to try to hurt you. I mean, so you won't make it that far if you get into playoffs. Records does not matter. And honest truth, I told She Got Sports the exact same thing. Last year, the Giants should have beat the Eagles twice.
Should have, but they didn't.
but I'm just saying. So you can't take the Giants lightly. That's what I was trying to tell her. You know what I mean? Because last year, but the advantage that we have is we have Jalen Hurts. You'll never face Jalen Hurts. But the advantage that y'all have is Jason Garrett got fired, which brings us right into which brings us right into our next point. The Jason Garrett fired. So talk to me. I mean, did you even like the hire? And do you feel like that Jason Garrett being fired was just a scapegoat? Hey, I'm about to make a point. You're fired. Now everybody, it was like, oh my God, Jason Garrett is gone. Let's start playing better or something.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, a couple different things. When we first hired him, I didn't mind it, because obviously at that point, Judge had never been a head coach. So having that, kind of veteran presence there, I didn't mind. And then you kind of look back and you think about the Cowboys' offenses when Garrett was there, and they were never bad, So you kind of had to think, okay, this could probably work. Pretty quickly into the season, though, you just find out right away, man, his offense is old. His offense is outdated. His offense is terrible. It just, it is what it is with it.
Well, look, all right. So real quick. So he was that golden boy in Dallas as an office coordinator. You know what I mean? Like maybe not a head coach, but as an OC, he was that dude. He was like the Cowboys was always a top 5 offense when he was around. Yep. But so do you think it's more of a talent issue with the Giants that he could not really just try to use all his weapons because of lack of talent? Or do you just think he's just that bad as an OC?
I think it's the talent's there. The offensive line isn't, and we'll probably get into that a little bit.
Yeah.
But I do think the game's evolved a lot since he was an offensive coordinator.
Hell yeah.
It's just very different now. It's very pass heavy. It's not, powers. Ethan, you're right. It's just very different, man. That's not like a great answer maybe, but the NFL isn't what it used to be. You do have to evolve in the NFL. And if you can't evolve, then you're gone. And I think this was a situation where I think when they hired Judge, it was kind of a match made in heaven because it was someone Mara wanted, our owner, and they were comfortable with. And they really liked the Judge interview and kind of what Judge was able to do. And it just kind of bring the two together. And it kind of seemed safe or safer in that sense.
Okay.
We ended the year last year on a pretty good note. I think we ended up, 6-2 or 5-3 in the last couple of games there towards the end of the year. But the offense was never clicking, man. The offense just never looked good. If you had told me last year at the end of the offseason or at the end of the regular season that we fired Jason Garrett, I would have been like, yes, thank you.
Wow.
And that's not great to admit.
Okay.
But the other side of that is you still want some continuity for Daniel Jones. You want him to be able to get used to the offense, and you want him. So, I could see it both ways at the time. But man, the offenses have just been trash. And yes, the offensive line has issues. A lot of other teams in the NFL that have bad offensive lines are able to score points. Red zone, terrible. I've never seen the red zone offense so bad with the Giants.
See, man, like
what do you think? I mean, what's from the outsider's perspective?
I hate to defend Jason Garrett. I mean, I think it's not him. I really think that because he was in a division for so long. Like, I mean, the only thing that we have to complain about is he was Mr. Clapper. But his team was still scoring. Yeah. His team was putting up top 10, top 5 offenses every year. So to me, I feel like it goes deeper than him. I feel like that Daniel Jones, and we're going to talk about him, but at the same time, y'all hired a head coach. I thought that we was bad. We hired a head coach that didn't even call plays his whole life at any level. And now he's calling all these passing. Y'all hired a head coach that was the bottom of the food chain. He was a special team coach. So he never was an offensive coordinator, a defensive coordinator, nothing. So y'all hired the person that was like, hey, go out there, tackle, make sure we got a good return. So what does he know about offense or defense? So, like, if he fired Jason Garrett, like usually a lot of times that if you fire your offensive coordinator, the head coach say, you know what, I'm going to call plays now. What plays is he going to call? he can't because he don't know how offense operates. He don't know how defense operates. All he knows is special teams. That's his specialty.
He did, dupe in as a wide receiver coach for a little bit too. But you're right. A lot of times it does come into the head coach is going to start calling plays and stuff of that nature when you fire the offensive coordinator. I don't think that's going to happen here. I think it's Freddie Kitchens. I think Freddie Kitchens is going to come in and be the play caller. And it is what it is. He did some good work with Baker the year he was the interim head coach.
Yeah.
The next year he didn't. The next year was pretty bad, but
because he was the head coach then. You know what I mean? Because And matter of fact, when he took over head coach, was he still calling the plays or no? Did he give up the play calling?
Um,
And
I
Cleveland.
I'm not positive on that answer, so I'm not going to pretend I
Okay,
know
all
something I
right.
don't.
Yeah, yeah, because I know he did great after they fired man, oh
Yeah,
shoot,
I can't even think of who it is off the top of my head.
yeah, I mean they fired him. Hey, he came in, nobody knew what to expect from the Browns. Hey, they took off, boom, boom, boom. It looked good. And then following year, he was the head coach. He
Hmm.
bottomed out, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And then he got
Yep.
fired. But I mean, look, I'm not putting nothing past Freddie Kitchens because I
Yeah.
know what he's capable of when nobody expecting him to do anything.
Yep.
But when you have expectations, which he don't this week,
No.
this is his best chance to go out and bombs away, bombs over Baghdad. Just air it out, just all these wrinkles because the Eagles don't know what we are walking into.
Yeah, you
I
really
mean,
don't.
like, I brought up a good point last night where in order to find out what Freddie Kitchen is about, you have to go look at his Cleveland Brown days, and now you have to double team and overtime work because now you got to look at the Browns, the Browns offense with Kitchen and the Giants offense. So now you got to say, what is he going to do? And you
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, there was one game last year actually where he was the offensive coordinator because Garrett got COVID, and I'm trying to remember. It was either
Uh,
against the Cleveland Browns or it was against the Seattle Seahawks. But I believe Colt McCoy may have been the quarterback for that. And yeah, I can agree with that.
yes. So my guy, look, he going censored, man. I mean, do you think that Gettleman is he's the man, I won't even
Catalyst.
say Howie Roseman because I'm not gonna put him that like I'm not gonna give him that much respect, even though he did build the Carolina Panthers. You know what I mean, to a winning organization,
Yeah.
and that's why, he had that little cliche say, hey, I did this, I did that, I could do that here,
Mhm.
but he didn't. So do you think that he's the problem?
I think he's done some good things,
Mhm.
and he's done some bad things.
A
One
lot
of the
of bad
biggest things,
things.
yeah, one of the biggest things I can say is he came in saying that he was going to fix the line, the defensive line, the offensive line. We're year 4,
Mhm.
5, however many years into that, and it just still hasn't happened.
Yeah,
And
it's about 4 or 5 years. Yeah.
yep, and he also said that
Yeah,
the
Hugh
beginning.
Jackson.
Okay.
Yeah, that's who it was.
Gettleman said in the beginning of the year this year, before I think right around the time either training camp was starting or maybe preseason was starting, he said, "You guys
Yeah.
don't have faith in the offensive line, but I do. We like what we're building here." And what do you say to that now? I mean, now granted, yes, we've had some injuries on the offensive line and it doesn't help. But I'm
Yeah.
telling you what, you or I could go and push around Nate Solder. I just, you know, uh, our center. I mean, there's just so many bad, bad. There's one good player right now on the offensive line for the Giants, and there's
Who's that?
one Andrew Thomas.
Andrew Thomas. He plays what?
He's left tackle.
Okay. All right. The left tackle is going against Barnett.
Be the
All
right
right.
end,
So
yeah,
okay.
Barnett.
Yeah.
And
Because
then,
I think yeah.
I do think we have a little bit of talent in Matt Pert, who was a rookie last year out of
Mm-hmm.
UConn. And he's played pretty well in times where he's had to come in with injuries. But we just don't seem to give him the chance when Thomas is playing, he's on the bench because they rotate Solder over to right tackle and just say, okay, go get pushed around like a limp leaf. I don't know what he does, man. It just blows my mind watching him play. So, at some point, if we could put Pert in, I'd love to see him,
Mm-hmm.
at the right tackle and Thomas at the left tackle. And I think that's something to build off. But then what?
Hey, look, hey, that's a Cowboys fan. I
Get
mean,
him
hey,
out of here,
them
man. Get him
boys,
out of here.
hey, run the reason. Look, you know what? Hey, that's okay. I love popping up their comments
I just do, yeah.
because, like, look, I have this cowboy, hey, he follows me or whatever. His name is oh shoot, I think we them boys. Oh, Boys for Life, right? And the
Yep.
only time he jumped on my stream is when the Eagles are losing. But
Okay.
when the Eagles are winning, he's never around. Never
Figured.
around. You know what I mean? So those are like the reason why people outside the Cowboys fans hate the Cowboys.
Yep.
It's because to me they're fake. They're fake fans. And
Yeah.
they're doing good. Oh my God, the gear come out, the hat, with them boys, you know what I mean? But they start
Yeah.
losing, you be
Yep.
like crickets, like you don't hear nothing from them. So it is what it is. But anyway, this is not about the Cowboys. This is about Eagles versus Giants. All right. So let's get into hey, real quick. How are you feeling about this game? Your overall, before we go into the weeds and stuff like that, how are you feeling about this game as a Giants fan going into this matchup?
Not great.
Oh,
Honestly,
you're the
it's kind of
second Giant content creator back-to-back nights I literally had that says not great.
yeah.
I
You
mean,
know,
I'm shocked.
I'm
I
normally
am.
pretty optimistic, but I'll say two different things here. Not great is how I feel, but it also feels like you just broke up with a girlfriend that you've been having a lot of issues with, and you have relief on your chest, man. I'm telling you right now, that's how I feel. And Giants may lose, but really all I'm kind of hoping for in this game is to show some diversity on offense. Commit to, giving Saquon the ball a little bit. Target our playmakers.
Mhm.
We haven't, Kenny Galladay, we just paid $50 million or whatever we paid him. And he's had
Yes.
2 targets the last 2 weeks. Come on, man, So,
But is it
yeah.
okay? All right. Look, you know what? And I'm glad you brought that up because, like, I have this highlight for you, right?
Oh, God.
And that happened on Monday night, right?
Horrible play. I
And
already know what play this is.
so, is it actually the playmakers or just the fact that, look, hey, you know what? Hey, the fact that, like, these guys, right? Hey, this is a 3-man rush. All
Yep.
your wide receivers and your tight are bumping into each other in the middle of the field.
Yep.
Like, this is what this is. So it's a 3-man rush, and Daniel Jones still end up on his back. 3-man rush. There's 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 Giants blocking 3 guys, and he still end up on his back. So is it the playmakers, your offensive line, the quarterback? I mean, I feel like that y'all have a lot of issues, but
Yeah.
because Galladay getting target twice over the past 2 games, I feel like it is because of this trash right here. Your
Yeah. I
offensive
mean, you're
line
right.
can't protect. Your offensive line can't protect Daniel Jones in order for him to get the ball down the field, and then, hey, they pull stuff like this. There's no way that 3 guys should get through 5 guys. There's no way. There's no way. You just double team 2 of
Never.
them.
Yeah.
But just double team 2 of them because you said that your left tackle is an all-star or is good enough. So just double
He's
team the
playing
other
well. Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
There's a couple things I'll say about that play.
yeah.
They ran that play into the teeth of the zone, and I think it was kind of just a good call defensively at the time. And then the pressure
Mhm.
makes it. Getting pressure with 3 people up front is just horrible. But I mean, that's just a common occurrence. You're
Yeah.
not giving your quarterback check down right there where maybe Saquon can leak out or someone can leak out there, and he has a safe option. He's waiting for those guys to all cross. They're all running into each other.
Oh,
It's a mess.
exactly.
It's a mess.
So, I mean, and that's why I say, hey, firing Jason Garrett was just an scapegoat, like to say, hey, look, I'm about winning. I don't know
Yeah.
what, like, hey, what kind of winning he's about, but hey, he's saying, I'm about winning. You getting fired because you were the problem on offense. So we are about to see. All right. So let's get into Daniel Jones. Hey, this is his contract year. Well, I mean, he's about to go into his contract year, his 4th year, right? You know what I
Yep.
mean? They got to decide whether to pick up his 5th year option or not because he was a 1st round draft pick.
Yep.
So how do you feel about Daniel Jones? I mean, you've seen him for almost all a full 3 years now. With Barkley, with I think he had Odell, right? At least 1 year or
No,
no?
no. The
No,
year
he
the year we
didn't.
drafted him was the year we traded him.
Okay, so all right, so he had Shepard
Yep.
and who else?
Barkley, Golden Tate.
Yeah, okay, all right, Ingram,
Yep.
right,
Yep.
been there. So I mean, so he had like decent talent. So with that being said, how do you feel about Daniel Jones? Like, could you see him if he get protection? If he get protection, because his skill positions are great. Ingram, Galladay, Tony, Sterling. I mean, he got Barkley. Y'all got good skill positions. So you feel like if he gets protection, he will not be leading the league since he got drafted and turnovers, interceptions, and fumbles combined. He lead the league since he's been in this league.
Yeah.
Or do you feel like that's just who Daniel Jones is? Or.
No, I mean, I think it's a combo of a couple different things. His first year, first 2 years, I guess you could really say we're pretty heavy on turnovers. This year, he's actually done pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you look at the Monday night game and don't feel that way, but he's really cut down on fumbles. He's really cut down on interceptions, but there's not enough. You know, it's really kind of dependent what happens with the coaching staff. I think what happens with him. If Judge is here next year, which I kind of assume he will be,
Mm-hmm.
then I think Jones is here, no matter what. And
Oh, okay. Huh.
but I think that if for some reason Judge gets fired, there's a chance that the new coach, new GM who's coming in, will want their own guy. Jones
Wow.
could
On the
still
first
get.
round pick, like three
Yeah.
years, like complete, and you still have 2 more years before you have to sign him to,
Well, yeah, you'll have
a big.
your fourth next year, and then you can pick up the
Yeah.
option year the year
Yeah.
after. So, um, I do think it's very dependent on what happens with Judge. If Judge is still here, then I think Jones is here, no matter what. If Judge
Okay.
isn't here, then I think another coach is going to come in and say, hey, maybe we give him a year, but he's on thin ice, and maybe I see someone that I really want. Maybe Aaron Rodgers becomes available. Maybe Russell Wilson becomes available, and they want to bring in that vet who can turn this around quicker. I don't know. One other thing I will say about Garrett, and I don't mean to pinball around here on you a lot, but you are
No,
right
you're
to the
good.
point. You are right to the point. To a point with Garrett being a little bit of a scapegoat. If
Mhm.
Judge didn't do that and the year just rode out as is, Judge is getting fired. I do
Yeah.
strongly I do strongly feel that way.
Yes.
Now it's like, all right, let's see what happens. And now
Yeah.
now it went from boom to like, okay,
On
what do we
borrowed
have?
time, basically. Like,
Yeah, you're right.
hey, he bought himself like maybe another year. What I mean? Because hey, he got a scapegoat, Jason Garrett. He's been my OC for 2 years. That's why we've been so bad. So now, hey, give me an opportunity with a new OC to see how we could use our weapons
Yep.
that you paid
Top dollar
billions of
for it.
dollars for. I mean,
Yeah.
top dollars for. I mean, y'all paid top dollars for Galladay. Y'all paid a top dollars for Jackson on the defensive side, or Dory
Yep.
Jackson on the defensive side, because the Philadelphia Eagles wanted him. Believe me, we wanted him. So I mean, we know what y'all paid. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yep.
So yeah, I literally think that if he didn't fire Garrett, he probably would have been out. And
One of the
go
sorry, go
ahead.
ahead.
No, no,
I
no, I'm good.
was gonna say one other thing though with that. There are rumors going around right now that he was somewhat forced on Judge. Judge has kind of said no, that's not the case. But there has been a lot of rumblings the last few weeks that he's wanted to fire Garrett and move on from
Mhm.
that. So it's just a really weird dynamic. It does seem a little bit like a scapegoat, and maybe that's not the case. Maybe it is the case. I don't know. A
No,
lot
I
of just a
believe
lot
it.
of uncertainty going on right now.
I, yeah, I believe it because Gettleman didn't hire Garrett. Judge hired Garrett.
Right.
So now I mean, you could see why it was like, hey guy, this is your guy. 2 years now. We are worse in the league on offense, red zone offense, points scored. We are bad. So that's your fault. So either you fire him or I will, or you fire him or you'll get fired and he'll
Yeah.
replace you. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure something went, a conversation like went on behind the scenes. You know what I mean? Because I don't see Judge as a guy like, I mean, look, he's trying to be like Bill Belichick, but you can't. He came from the Bill Belichick tree.
Yep.
That is the worst tree to come from.
It is.
All these coaches from Bill Belichick tree has looked horrible. Like from the Josh McDaniels, from the dude with the big beard. He ran back home, in matter of fact. Man, he was the Matt Patricia. He went back home to New England. Yep. I mean, like the only decent one is Vrabel, the Tennessee Titans. You know what I mean? But every other one has failed miserably. The best coaching tree to be on is the Andy Reid coaching tree.
Yep.
Like, you got Mike Zimmerman, the Vikings head coach. He's been, NFC like a championship. To Doug Peterson, won a Super Bowl. There's a couple more out there. Freaking the Bears head coach,
Matt Nagy.
Yeah, you know what I mean. He's been farther than all these Bill Belichick tree coaches that don't even make it 7-8 games. You know what I mean? And they gone, like they can't win. So I mean, that's the worst coaching tree, and I feel like that's his mistake right now. When you have guys just walking out of training camp, just walking out of training camp and saying that this coach is horrible, it's time to listen. I mean, so how do you feel about that? But
Benjamin.
Yeah, Calvin Benjamin. But it's somebody else that said something too. Like he make us run laps.
Yep.
Yeah, so
it's going to be hard work in the NFL, man. I don't care about any of that personally. Benjamin came in like 40 pounds overweight. Judge asked him to cut some weight, and Benjamin came in heavier than when he came in. So, or when he originally came in. So I think he said lose 20 pounds or something like that, and he came in like 28 pounds heavier. So, I'm sure he didn't want to run. He wanted to run to Little Caesars or something. I don't know. Ain't no worried about January 9th.
Yeah, I mean, look, I take it one game at a time. I'm focusing on this Sunday.
Week.
Yeah, yep. I mean, look, I've been an Eagles fan for so long that I never panic until they say the Philadelphia Eagles has officially been eliminated. Besides that, I'm like, we got this until that sign comes because I've seen my team go on some crazy runs, year in and year out. Besides the Super Bowl year, every other year was like a last minute type of thing. Like win 5 out of 6 games, like win 4 in a row. Like some weird stuff that went on. So, but hey, it is what it is. So, all right, look, let's talk about my boy, man. I love this dude, man. He's a Penn State. I'm a Penn State fan. Miles Sanders is from Penn State. How do you feel about Saquon? He is going on his, I believe his third year. No, his fourth.
Fourth year,
his 4th year. So this is the year that you decide to pick up his contract. Wait, him and Jones coming together?
No, so Jones will be going.
Jones will be finishing his 3rd year.
Let me think about this for a second. 2018,
so let me see.
21. No, Jones is going into his 3rd year next year. Am I right?
No.
1,
no,
2. Jones is in his 3rd year right now.
Yeah. So he's going to his 4th year.
So
next
Saquon's
year.
in his 4th year right now.
Yeah. Because he's up for a contract extension.
Yep.
So how do you feel about Saquon Barkley? I have to say, I will never draft Saquon Barkley again. The past 2 years, I drafted Barkley. He ruined my fantasy draft. You
Not
know
any
what I
better this year
mean?
either.
Like season-ending injuries, and this year I stayed away, far away from Saquon Barkley, and
Yeah.
thank God I did. You know what I mean? Because I'm a Penn State fan. You know what I mean? I love Saquon, man. Like big old thighs right there. You not tackling him down low.
Yep.
But the fact that do you think it's Saquon or the lack of protection? He's getting hit before he even gets start running. Like, he's getting hit behind the line. He gotta do like Barry Sanders. He gotta like juke like 10 guys just to get like 1 yard, So
Yeah.
how would you sign Saquon to a contract extension, or would you pick up his 5th year option and say, you know what, we're gonna franchise tag you
Right.
and put him on a prove-it deal until he can prove to stay healthy?
Yeah, I mean, health is the biggest thing with him right now. I mean, we know he's talented. There's no denying that. If you can't stay healthy, though, at some point you're done. No, Daniel Jones isn't
But
out.
no, Daniel Jones is not out.
I struggle, man. I struggle with the fact of that we might re-sign him. He's got all the talent in the world, but at some point you got to decide, are you going to give this guy a mega deal? Because if he hits free agency, someone's going to pay him. I don't care whatever anyone thinks, someone's going to pay him. And yeah, Barkley's health is always concerning, and it's a combo.
You don't have to though. See, you don't have to because you could always
pick
like
it up,
franchise like back-to-back years. But is it going to be worth it? Because every year, like Le'Veon Bell, this dude was franchise tagged back-to-back years, and he sat out a whole year, and he's out of the league right now. By the way, So, what would you do with Saquon Barkley?
I would approach him about a team-friendly deal. I know that that's not going to happen.
Oof,
so
no, it's not going to happen.
It's probably tag or let him walk. I wouldn't sign him long-term at this point.
Man,
I don't like
only
it.
24 years old.
I love Saquon. I feel the same way you do, but there's a lot of tread on his tire. I know he's young, but he's gotten the ball a lot at Penn State. He got the ball a lot. It's his rookie year, I think.
But
he's had a lot of injuries, man. And he just can't seem to get healthy. Now, if he goes somewhere with a good offensive line, I think he could get stud, and that's what scares you about letting him go.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, so you would not, because the Giants got 2 first-round picks, right? One from the Bears, and your own. And right now, it seems like that both going to be in top 10. So this is the perfect opportunity to draft 2 offensive linemen.
And there's a lot of good offensive linemen in this draft too.
That's what I'm saying. So with that, with that in back of your mind, and you see how I don't have a lot of examples of running backs leaving one team just going to another team, but I do have a lot of receivers that leave one team and go to another team and flourish. But if I'm the Giants, I'm like, look, Saquon, your numbers the past 4 years shows this. So this is what we're going to offer you. You know what I mean? Just based on your numbers, your performance, your injury history. So I would sign him to a 3-4 year deal because I really, really, really feel like that he was behind a bad offensive line, a bad team, that he could never get going. Imagine Saquon being behind the Dallas Cowboys offensive line.
Yeah, it'd be scary.
That's what I'm saying. So if you could say, okay, if he'll be scary behind the offensive line, why not just trying to upgrade our offensive line and just give him another chance? Like,
yeah, I mean, if we can do that, I'm all for it. With the first 2 picks that we have, I mean, offensive line has to be a top priority. Defensive line does too, edge does too, but we need offensive linemen, and there's just no beating around the bush with that anymore. There's no way you can look at this offensive line this season even and not agree with that. And you're right though. If we could get him to a 3-4 year deal and it wasn't the highest paid running back in the league
Oh,
money,
hell no.
then I'm down with that. I'm fine with that. I just
Yeah.
worry that someone's going to offer that if he hits free agency, you know?
Well, I mean, you literally have 3 years actually, because he's going into his 4th year.
I think he's going into his 5th year.
His 5th year.
I'll have to double check on that. I
And
want to
then
say
you could
2050,
extend him. I mean, and then you could franchise tag him
franchise him.
6th
Yeah.
and 7th years. So technically you could have him for 3 more years. You know what I mean? But would he be worth 20 something million dollars a year?
Yeah.
Because the franchise tags go up every year. You know what I mean? So,
And that'll be very dependent too on where the team's at. You know, if the team's starting to get to a point where maybe they can compete, yeah, that might make sense. If we're, 6-11 next year or 5-12 or something, then what's the point? You know, why do that?
yeah, man, it's in
It's
like,
tough.
and y'all have quarterback problems, running back problems. In matter of fact, okay, all right. So let's jump a little bit on the Eagles, right? The Philadelphia Eagles, the past 4 weeks have literally been the number one rushing team. We find our identity. Better late than never. The Eagle fans and content creator, how could we be smarter than coaches that's getting paid millions to say what we saying for free 99 for free? We're telling you what to do because we've been here longer than you have been a coach in the NFL. We've been fans for life, but you won't listen to us. All of a sudden now, you start running the ball, and we won the past 3 out of 4 games.
Yep.
So in the running game, we just beat Molly Wop. Just beat to the white meat, the New Orleans Saints, the number 1 Russian defense. We beat the number 6 Russian defense, 177 yards. As a matter of fact, no. My bad. I think it was like 217 yards. The Broncos and the Saints, back-to-back weeks. So what is the plan? I mean, how is your running defense like? I mean, are you afraid of the Philadelphia Eagles running games? Like, what is the game plan to stop the Eagles running game coming into this game?
Well, that's what I'm worried about in this game, honestly, is the running game with the Eagles. With your quarterback being able to run as well. I think that's going to be a very big problem for the Giants. I don't know what the plan is. We've been getting gashed in the run game, in the times that teams commit to the run, we get torched. So if you guys do commit to the run, that's going to be something we really struggle with.
So how are you with mobile quarterbacks? Because like I said, one of the biggest advantages that the Eagles have facing the Giants the first time in about 20-something years. Yeah, McNabb was a quarterback when it came to moving around, but he wasn't a dual threat, a mobile quarterback like Jalen Hurts. I know y'all faced Vic, and we know what happened. Matter of fact, I had the video, but for your sake, I won't even play the miracle of the Meadowland. And when we came back, like with 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter, we came back from 21 down. But I'm not going to play it, but still,
You can if you want. I'll be all right.
No. But that was literally the last time that the Giants really faced a mobile quarterback was Michael Vick. And now you're about to face a Jalen Hurts. So how far are y'all going back? Like who are y'all watching? Like the Saints a game tape against Hurts, the Broncos game tape against Hurts? Like how is this defense mentally preparing? Like who is being the Jalen Hurts on the practice squad this week for the Giants?
I would have said Tony, but he's either not practicing or limited. That's the problem with this game, man. I don't see a good way to prepare for this game. The only thing I can say is what I would do is I would just bring everything down and try to stop the run, because I think we have had success a little bit when we've been able to make teams force the ball downfield, and we're supposed to be good at scheming things and stopping the passing game, but we haven't been. So really, I mean, what I would be doing is just committing completely to the run and saying, beat me over the top.
Whew, you know what? I'm glad you say that. You know what? Because the Denver Broncos said the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Like the Denver Broncos had like 7, 8 guys in the box, but
Yep.
Jalen Hurts, he is so fast to escape the pocket. Like, unless you have 2 guys just spying him,
We're
but
gonna have to.
but he's getting better.
Yeah.
He's getting better of reading the defense and changing the plays at the line with the Dallas Goddard. Ever since Zach Ertz been gone, he's averaging over 77 yards a game with Devontae Smith. Like, I mean, those two are getting on the same page. I mean, Devontae Smith has arguably went against I said like the 2 top 5 cornerbacks in the league back-to-back weeks. Patrick Surtain and Lattimore. And this dude was running wide open. Like there wasn't nobody like close to him. So he's that dude. He's that guy. He's a Amari Cooper, but a better, younger, first year Amari Cooper. Like he's route running is crazy.
Yeah.
I've never seen someone that could create separation that fast. Like and he's not a big dude. He's like 165 soaking wet.
Skinny legs.
But the thing is, like he's like I mean, the way he gets off the line, people are so feared. As a rookie, he's putting fear in veterans DB's heart as a rookie. So that's why so if you try to come with load the box, I think that we're going to run some quick screens. A Dallas Goddard in the middle. I mean, I just don't see if y'all try to load the box because the Denver Broncos, it was one of the best at it. The Dallas Cowboys, it just asked them because there was up 30-0 on them. And then the Saints, the Saints is the number 1 rush defense, and they can't even sniff, just stopping the run. So I mean, hey, we'll see what happened. But division games, man, like I have to go back to the divisional games. It's always hard to predict divisional games, regardless how teams are doing.
The problem with the Giants defense right now too is we're just playing so bend don't break. We're dropping everyone back into cover 2, soft shell cover, zone, and it just we're letting people dink and dunk us the whole way down, thinking, hey, we don't want to give up the big play. When all of a sudden we're at the 10-yard line. We've done okay stopping people from scoring touchdowns, and we've actually done pretty good against tight ends lately. Darren Waller had minimal impact on the game against the Giants. Travis Kelce, same thing. Gronk had a couple catches, but nothing too crazy against us as well. So we've done decent against tight ends. I just think you gotta load the box up a little bit, but you have to be able to disguise it. We have to be able to drop people out when we do load the box, but we got to stop the run. I don't know if the key is, getting up so you guys can't, run the ball, but I just don't have faith in our offense to do that. It's going to be, if you guys do commit to the run and you stick to it, it's not going to be a pretty game for the Giants. I do feel that way.
All right, look, the Giants defense, I had like PTSD from watching the Eagles defense the first 6-7 weeks. That's exactly the defense that we played. The bend, don't break. But the smart quarterbacks like the Patrick Mahomes, like the Tom Brady, like the Dak Prescott, they will break you. Like
what happened on Monday night?
Like it's easy to read zone if you're a vet. Maybe not a young rookie quarterback, but as a veteran, it's easy to ding and dong, like all the way down the field. The Eagles was letting 8 to 15 play drives happen on a freaking game, like weekly basis, like 8-15 plays. Your defense is tired after, like, before halftime, they're
Yeah.
done. They're like, thank God it's halftime. But we have no faith that in third quarter we won't be we won't be gassed out even faster because the whole first half we was on field. The Philadelphia Eagles was doing the exact same thing. But the thing with the Eagles is if you're not a proven quarterback, they come after you.
Yeah.
Like, just think about the 5 games that we won. We beat Matt Ryan, the first game of the season. Don't know what to
Punched him in the
expect.
face too, man.
Yeah, like because you know what? Because new head coach, new quarterback, new system. You don't know what to expect. Boom, I got that. Sam Darnold, the Panthers.
Yeah.
Let me see. Oh, Jared Goff, the Detroit Lions. Teddy Bridgewater. Trevor Simeon. Has any of those 5 quarterbacks put fear in your heart?
Nope.
So Jonathan Gannon is a front runner. If you're a bad quarterback, he's coming after you.
Right.
If you're a good quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, Dak Prescott, Carr, Herbert, we sit back and we play a stupid bend don't break defense, and those 5 quarterbacks broke us, put us to our knees. Like, I mean, because we lost every one of those games. So if Daniel Jones don't get rid of the ball under 2 seconds, it's going to be a long game because all those quarterbacks that I just mentioned that we lost against are 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds. They get rid of the ball. If not, then they are like mobile enough to move or like escape some kind of pocket, but their line held up a little bit. So y'all got like 2 things just working against y'all. Daniel Jones is a turnover machine. He holds onto the ball a lot, and fumbles and interceptions. But also your offensive line is kind of, it's kind of suspect. So the Giants' offensive line strength and weakness. Please tell me your strength or weakness on the offensive line for the Giants.
I mean, strength is left tackle. Weakness is the rest. That's I don't have a better answer for you, man.
Okay.
We have one other starter that was there just to begin the year, and that's Nate Solder. And you can't be confident in him. I mean, you know that yourself. Our starting center is out for the year. We have our left guard is out. That was supposed to start the year. Will Hernandez, who's supposed to be one of the grittier guys on our offensive line, had probably the worst game of his life on Monday night, and he hasn't had a great year, man. He hasn't. So it's really just a combo of a lot of bad. We brought in like Skura, who's our left guard right now. He's played okay at times. Billy Price, though, I was kind of excited when we traded for him because I thought good depth. But he has not looked good. It's teams that are strong up front, man. We're just struggling with.
All right. So, hey, real quick before I answer Richard, before you answered Richard's question, but hey, if you're watching this, man, and you are not following my guy right here, look, we always have to have intel on our enemies. Period. I mean, I'm a military guy. The more you know about your enemies, the better equipped you are to go attack them. All right. So go check out his podcast. Just go listen to what the Giants have to say, on a weekly basis about their team and stuff like that. So just go check them out. You know what I mean? Regardless, we are the city of brotherly love. Yes, we got this bad rep, but guess what? The city of brotherly love, we always look out for everybody else. So if you're an Eagles fan, just go check out Only a Giant podcast. And hey, the worst thing you could do, hey, just troll them. But just go check them out, you know what I mean? Hey, that's all I'm asking for. Just go check them out. You know what I mean? I appreciate my guy right here coming on a hostile territory on the Eagles channel and answering some tough questions. Yes, I see some sweat on his forehead, but it's okay. It's okay. You know what I mean? Not a lot of people escape this channel without sweating. But hey, he got the balls to come here and answer these questions. And we are getting some great information. Just go check his podcast out. And once again, if you're not subscribed to my channel, if you're watching, I'm hoping that you subscribe, even if you're a Giants fan, because I do play by play every Sunday for the Philadelphia Eagles fans that can't get the game. So if you're a Giants fan, the Eagles are losing, come troll me. I don't care. It is what it is. But hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. It pushes the content out to other Eagles, Giants fans out there. So it's all love. It's all love. But let's go back to this question right here. Who would defend Smith?
Yeah,
Who
I mean,
would you put on him?
I'd put Adoree Jackson on him.
Wow. I mean, he's not even your best corner, is he?
This year, he might be.
Over Bradbury?
Bradbury has had a bad year, man. I don't know what his PFF numbers are. I don't know, what his stats look like. I guess I could look at that, but I'm telling you, man, he has not had a good year. Teams have been attacking him. Brashad Perryman Monday night just blew by him for a would-be touchdown. Had Brady hit him. He's had a bad year. And that's part of the struggles with the Giants defense this year is him. Yes, we've had injuries. We have Jabril Peppers out. We have Blake Martinez out. We've had some big guys get hurt this year and missing a lot of time. But he went from being top 10, maybe a top 10 corner last year to struggling a lot this year. Now, it could be a combination of a couple of things. It could be a combination of we're just literally not getting any pressure. We have a rookie on the team that has some sacks, and Leonard Williams has a few. Other than that, though, we got nothing. But he's been an issue, man. I don't know if it's scheme. I don't know if it's just the cover, dropping everyone back 10 yards soft coverage, because he is a little bit better in man coverage, I think. He's had a bad year. I wouldn't trust Bradbury on him.
All right. Oh, okay. Look, hey, Adoree Jackson
Not the answer you're expecting, probably, but
I mean, look, I don't watch every Giants game, so that's why I love having other team content creators on my channel. Like to tell me these breaking news is good information, because now I feel comfortable if Quez Watkins, because he's a speedster. Quez Watkins is a speedster. So if Bradbury is going to cover Watkins, unless he run a 4.2, he's going to get burned.
He doesn't.
So he's going to get beat on that side. And then Smith, I mean, do you think that Adoree Jackson is better than Lattimore or Surtain?
No, probably not. But I think for the Giants defense, he's actually played really well this year.
Okay.
There are teams that have targeted Adoree Jackson, and he might give up a catch here and there, but his numbers are actually pretty good this year.
Okay.
But it's more of just like an overall scheme thing with the Giants defense this year. They're just horrible. Like, they have just not looked good. And it's partially that, bend don't break offense where, we're giving up a bunch of yards and then we hold them to a field goal. We've done that kind of good this year. And that's why we won a few games. But other than that, man, this defense has just been such a letdown. And it might not seem like it right now, talking with me. I'm normally very optimistic with this Giants team. I'm normally the guy that's like, hey, man, hey, we're 3-7. We're winning the next 6. That's me normally. And it's changed,
I mean, look, hey, I'm happy to hear it. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm a therapist, just trying to keep your head up. It's gonna be okay. This is a divisional game. Y'all could win this game. Like, I'm giving you the don't fold so fast. Hang in there. Don't give up. You can do it. You know what I mean? And that's how I feel like, but that's exactly what I did last night. So it's like shocking to me that back-to-back nights, I had Giant content creators that literally was like, yo, I see no hope in this team.
Yeah.
Like, at all. Like, this team is done.
I will say that I'm not saying that there's no chance the Giants can win this game. And I'm not saying that there's no chance for us to turn this around because,
Yeah,
I think honestly, firing Garrett is step one. And we won't get back into that.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
but I think there's a lot of hope moving. There can be hope. We'll say there can be hope, and we just need to see something on offense this week, and go from there.
Okay, all right. Look, hey, before I ask you this question, right? The Giants D line strength and weakness. The Philadelphia Eagles offensive line. There's one guy I want you to look at. One guy. You might have seen it. Man, I don't know how many Eagle content creator you follow or Twitter, but
Not many.
all right. So this guy right here. What is just looking at this guy, Mariota,
Left
one-handed,
tackle. Yeah.
my left tackle, manhandling Pro Bowlers, Cameron Jordan right there. That's Cameron Jordan on left side going down with one hand. So, what is the Giants' strength and weakness on your defensive line going against this left tackle right here? And then our right tackle is Lane Johnson. So I just want to know, like, what do the Eagles have to worry about as far as strength on that D line, besides my guy, Leonard Williams? Do not say Leonard Williams. Do not say that's a cop out because everybody know it's one guy that y'all have besides Leonard Williams. Which lineup in the middle, by the way, against probably Dickerson or I want to say Driscoll or Kelsey. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like those three in the middle. Yeah. So besides Leonard Williams, who on that defensive line, your strength and weaknesses on the Giants defensive line? You can say Williams as your strength if you want, but
one thing I'll say with Williams is we have done a little bit of a decent job with
moving
him around a little bit, so he could have a couple reps against the left tackle there. Probably not many.
Okay.
One of the bright spots, probably on the edge position is Azeez Ojulari, who's got 5.5 sacks on the year. Dexter Lawrence has played decent. He's someone who I think we had a little bit higher expectations of being a first-round pick, but he's solid. He plays pretty good. So he's someone that doesn't get a lot of pressure, but does pretty good against the run. But he can get pressure on occasion. Lining up on that left side though, or against the left tackle, I should say, is probably going to be like Quincy Roche, who's an undrafted free agent that we got from the Steelers, who's actually played pretty well too. He's probably going to have a cakewalk, man. I don't think he's going to get a lot of pressure from that left side. Ojulari could do a little bit of work on the right side. He's been pretty consistent, but he's young and he's still a little raw, I would say. So he gets a little over aggressive sometimes, and then if it's a run and he's not expecting it, he gets beat off the edge if it's outside contain or something like that. Weaknesses, when we have Danny Shelton in the game, he's just rough. We brought him in thinking he was going to be a good run stopper up the middle, and he hasn't been. Austin Johnson's played pretty well there.
Is he a starter or no?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of been like it's been a little bit of a rotation between him and Austin Johnson.
Okay.
So I'm not sure who's getting the majority of the snaps, but there's countless times that if I stop, if I rewatch a game or if I stop something and go back and watch it, dude, that Danny Shelton up the middle is just getting bulldozed, and he doesn't look good. The games that he's been out, we've looked better. So
wow.
Wherever Leonard Williams isn't, if he's not in the interior, I think that's going to be a weakness. Wherever Danny Shelton is going to be a weakness. And then outside contained with the edge guys, if they're both young, a first rounder this year and then an undrafted free agent, both very young and pretty good players. They're showing sparks. They're showing life, but they can be taken advantage of, I think. We had O'Shane Zimenez, we had Lorenzo Carter, were two other edge guys that we had playing. O'Shane Zimenez has been a healthy scratch the last couple of weeks, and Lorenzo Carter has not been able to stay on the field, not healthy. So,
okay,
we're weak there too, man.
All right, look, man. Like I said, look, the only thing I keep on going back to divisional games.
Yep.
Everybody played just step up a little bit better than the previous 11 games or 10 games. So,
Yep.
I mean, that's all I got to keep saying. But before we answer Granddad's question, he's dying to know the 3 keys victory, which we're going to talk about. He's dying to know the score prediction, which we're going to talk about. But before we get to those, we are running out of time. So, look, before we get to those, impact player on both sides of the ball. Who's that dude on defense that could give the Philadelphia Eagles hell? And who's that dude on offense? If we can't stop that dude, I mean, the Giants could control the game and possibly even win the game. You know what I mean? Because we can't stop that dude. Impact players on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, I mean, an easy one's going to be Leonard Williams for defense, but I'm gonna change it up a little bit and say Xavier McKinney, safety for us. He's been playing really well. He's been playing really good actually. It's tough though in the
wait. Peppers is really not considered. Back
there. Peppers is an IR, man.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Actually, Peppers on IR.
Yeah, he's on IR. Wow. Blake Martinez. We're just missing so much, man. And
Blake Martinez is gone.
He's on IR too. Yep.
Wait, wasn't he traded?
No, Blake. No, we have Blake. He's just on IR. Yeah.
Damn. Yeah.
So okay. I mean, I guess my answer defensively, maybe it's cop out. You know, Leonard Williams, but we'll throw in Xavier McKinney.
Okay.
Offensively, I want to say Kadarius Toney, but I'm also going to kind of pivot with that and say Saquon.
Yeah.
Because I think this week we're going to focus a little bit more on getting him the ball and actually using him. But we'll see. You know, I think Saquon and Toney are going to be the keys to winning this game.
Yeah, I mean, look, I definitely agree with you on your defensive side. Definitely Williams. If we stop him, I feel like that Hurts will have a lot of time to see the field. But also, if y'all blitz, he might have to just take off and run. And I feel comfortable with that because I've seen it all year. You know what I mean? He's the second leading running quarterback in the league behind Lamar Jackson. And Lamar didn't play last week, so I won't be surprised if Jalen Hurts is the number 1 rushing quarterback in the league.
It might be,
just coming into this a matchup in offense. Saquon. Like, I don't care how hurt he is or if he's healthy or not. He always find a way to bust a 60, 70, 80 yards run against the Philadelphia Eagles. Regardless, we so undisciplined. Like, you know what I mean? So I've seen Saquon even last year. He did. I mean, this was like, he is running wild on the Eagles, but he got hurt last year, so I don't think he even faced the Eagles.
Might not have, we had Wayne Gallman in there.
Yeah, but so Saquon, we need to stop Saquon because when he played against the Eagles, he really he might go 15 carries, probably like 25 yards, and in that 16th carry, he's gone. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's just patience.
He's got that ability. Yep.
Exactly. So we stopped Saquon, and look, I really think it's going to be on Daniel Jones. Like I said last year, y'all should have beat the Philadelphia Eagles twice. I don't care what anybody said. If Evan Ingram caught that damn ball the first game, the game is over with. You know what I mean? Yep. So y'all should have beat the Eagles twice because of a mobile quarterback. The Eagles do not feel well with mobile quarterbacks because they are so aggressive.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And they're so aggressive that they pass by the quarterback that's running. Like, God, look, it's gone over there. Like, you know what I mean? Look over there. The quarterback, go get him. So I feel like that this will be, let me see. This will be the first game that the Philadelphia Eagles played this year. Cowboys, 49ers, Buccaneers, Saints, Panthers, Raiders. This will be the first game that they played this year with a mobile quarterback like Daniel Jones. So we are about to see like how well they're about to do against a mobile quarterback, regardless if his name is Daniel Jones or not. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. Like the Philadelphia Eagles don't fear the Giants because of Daniel Jones. but he could run. He run all over the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah.
So
He's on,
I'm
man.
just
He's
keeping it
good.
honest.
But
Yeah, exactly. So as far on the Eagles side, tell me what um what freaking what did I ask you? What impact players are you worried about on both sides for the Philadelphia Eagles?
yeah, defensively, Fletcher Cox. I'm assuming he's going to play, but he
Oh
just
yeah,
always
yeah,
wrecks
he's
with
playing.
us. Brandon Graham's still there too, right? You guys still have him?
No, he got hurt against the 49ers
Yeah. Okay.
week number 2.
Yeah,
Like he
he's always
was
someone I watch too.
yeah, he's been on IR. He's done
Yeah.
for the season.
So yeah, then I'd probably stick with Fletcher Cox at that point. Offensively, you got to go Jalen Hurts, I think, still because same thing, as you said, mobile quarterback, someone that we haven't really faced too much. We've never faced him actually, I don't think, right? Um,
Yeah, I
so
know. Mm-mm.
so that and then just being terrible against the run, I think that could be a big issue for the Giants. And then back to like that bend don't break defense that we run. You guys could have 8, 10, 12-minute drives, and we get 3 offensive possessions in the first half, and that's just going to kill us.
Wow. Hey, look. Hey, look, I'd be happy if we have like 3 to 6 8-minute drives. Look, that's
Our
good for
teams beat
us.
us this year.
Huh?
That's how teams have beat us this year. We
But
just
see,
sit
you
there
had
and
beat
wait
the
and wait and wait.
Panthers. Look, we barely beat the Panthers. Like it took us 3 interceptions that game against the Panthers, like 2 by Big Play Slay, 1 by Nelson to seal that game. Y'all beat the Panthers handily.
Yeah,
So that's what I'm saying. Like, which Giant defense is going to show up? I don't know. That's the key. If they're on the field for like 45 minutes out of 60 minutes, they're going to be tired. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
our biggest thing is we hope that we can, scheme wise, fool Jalen Hurts. The games that we have won is because the quarterback couldn't, made a mistake, didn't make the right read, with some of the disguises that we have, and it worked, But the games that Tom Brady just picks you apart, Mahomes picks you apart, which they're good quarterbacks, so you kind of expect that. But it's all going to be all about trying to fool Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, facts.
When isn't it? But
yeah, I mean, look. Hey, we'll see. So, all right. So, your 3 keys to victory, and then we're gonna go into your score prediction, and I'm gonna get you out of here. So,
right.
if the Giants do these things well, either on offense or defense, they will be 4-7. So, what are those 3 keys to victory?
Establish the run, get Saquon going, get Devontae Booker going, get Brightwell going if we need to, get Elijah Penny going. Establish the run, convert on 3rd down, score in the red zone.
Look, it says no one like us. We don't care. That's what it says. You know what I mean? That's our motto, man. But so establish the run with Booker and Saquon.
Yep.
Okay. And what else?
Convert on 3rd down. 3rd down is going to be a big down for us, which it always is. That's a little bit obvious, I guess, but that's a down we've struggled with a lot this year. Get some 3rd down, 3rd and manageable. 3rd and 5 or less, and be able to convert those.
Okay. Hey, my 3 keys to victory is this. Run the damn ball. Run the ball. If it's not broken, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Like we ran 244 against the Lions, I believe. 176 or 177 against the Chargers. 215, 217 against the Broncos, the number 6 rushing defense, and then 244 against the number 1 rushing defense. So if you add all those together, we are averaging over 200 yards rushing a game the past 4 weeks. So if it's not broken, don't fix it. Keep running the ball, especially with Jalen Hurts, because in each one of those games, he rushed for over 50 yards in each one of those games. And it's hard to stop a quarterback that's giving you 50 yards himself. Now you don't know who to stop. Like, are you going to stop the running back or the quarterback? So run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, and defense. Daniel Jones, do not treat him like a Peyton Manning. Do not treat him like a Brett Favre or a Justin Herbert or a Dak Prescott. None of those. Treat him like Trevor Siemian, Teddy Bridgewater. Go after him, because the more you hit him, he reminds me of Eli. He starts seeing ghosts. He just throw the ball away or fumble the ball or hold on to the ball a little bit more. And look, treat him like you treat the 5 wins that we have. Treat him like you treat the 5 quarterbacks that we got the win against. Don't be afraid of Daniel Jones. Make him beat you, not Saquon. Make Daniel Jones be the guy that beats you. And then my last take is this. Jalen Hurts. Okay, at the Giants, load up the box. They say, Jalen, beat us. He needs to make smart decisions. Either run if they bring 8-9 men, or stay in the pocket and pick them apart if they're not bringing the pressure. You know what I mean? So Jalen Hurts, the run game, and blitz. If we do those 3 things well, the Philadelphia Eagles will be 6-6, win 3 in a row. And with 5 games left, who knows what might happen. So all right. So look, to me, I'm thinking this is obvious. I'm thinking that you're gonna pick the Giants, but last night I was shocked. But let me see what you say. Score prediction and who wins this game, my guy.
So I think it's going to be kind of low scoring. In this game, I want offense. I want the Giants offense to show something without Garrett being there. Mm-hmm. But I do think that the Eagles will continue to run the ball, and that's going to shorten this game a lot. So I think it's going to be kind of low scoring. I'm going to go with like a 21-17 type score, and I hate to say it, but the Eagles
21-17. Wow. You know what? Look, I think it's going to be close, but the Philadelphia Eagles 5 wins. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, but all 5 wins, we scored 30 points or more. We have not won a game where we have not scored 30 points.
We haven't scored 30 points since Jason Garrett's been our offensive coordinator. So if you score more than 30 points, then no way we're winning.
But that's what I'm saying. But we have to put up 30 points in order for us to win. The Philadelphia Eagles have to put up 30 points, because just based on this year alone, we have not won a game where we don't put up 30 points. So I'm saying 30-24 Eagles, because it is a divisional game. And I feel like, a couple wrong turnover there or a one busted coverage there is going to be a back and forth game until one team really put their stamp on this game. So 30-24 Philadelphia Eagles marching on the 6-6 onto the New York Jets back at that same stadium the next week. But look, that's what I think. Man, it's going to be close. It's not going to be a blowout.
Tennessee East football. It's always going to be close.
That's what I'm saying.
Gloom it is with the Giants right now.
Yes,
it's still going to be a good game. We're still going to compete. And hey, you never know. There's a chance Giants could come out on top, but we'll see.
Yeah, them the Giants always bring their air game. Your division rival, I want to say it's 31-16, but it would be 16-13. Yeah, look, if we win a 16-13 game, I'm happy about it. But just based on 11 games the Eagles have played, 30 points is the key. If we don't hit 30, we don't win. We hit 30, we win. So it's just like the Dallas Cowboys, right? Skip Bayless, he put out a stat. When the Dallas rush more than they throw, they are 29-0. Wow. But when they throw more than they run, they start losing a lot of ball games. So what would you do? run the
Run the
ball.
ball.
You know what I mean? Because the stats are there. So look, I appreciate you, man. And thank you once again for accepting my invitation, to come on the show and to talk, about this upcoming matchup. So before I let you go, just once again, I know your link is right there, but just let them know. So you do this by yourself, or do you have somebody else? Like, is it
No,
two of y'all?
yeah, it's
So,
been just me, man. But I'm trying to find someone because I love doing it, but doing it by
mhm.
yourself, man, it's just it's different. It's different show, man.
Yeah,
So
I mean
I'm
facts.
working towards that.
Yeah, facts. I mean, so do you reach out to other teams to, do weekly
Not too
stuff with
much.
you
Yeah, not
or
too
no?
much this year. I haven't, but I think
Okay.
I'm going to start doing that a little bit more. Um, this year, I started a new job, so my life's been a little
Yeah,
crazy myself. So,
I hear you.
um, but yeah, I think I'm gonna try to get a little bit more more guests on and stuff like that.
All right. Look, hey, I appreciate you, man. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your
Yeah, thanks.
family.
You as well.
So, hey, once I say, hey, once again, if you're watching and you're not, and you have not checked out only a giant podcast, the link is in the chat. Just go check them out. Go troll them, whatever. I don't
Go
care.
away.
But just go see what they're talking about. And once again, if you're not subscribed to my channel, just go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, because your boy try to keep y'all up to date, and hit that notification bell because a lot of y'all subscribe, but that notification bell is not hit. So when I go live or drop some fire content, y'all don't know what's going on. So hit that notification bell also. And once again, happy Thanksgiving to everybody that's on the chat, that's going to watch this, show after we get off. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family, and enjoy that turkey and eat. And we hope the Cowboys lose tomorrow. And
Yes.
go Birds. And you gonna say what? Go Blue?
Let's go New York.
All right.